Have you ever been to the beach and needed to get just a little bit higher so you can actually see the swell? Not bad. Or maybe hose the interior out at the end of the day. By now, you've probably figured out that the Land Rover Defender ain't your average family four-wheel drive. In fact, it's based on a decades-old design. It's a typical old-fashioned off-road truck. And once you launch yourself in, it really is a blast from the past. Now that's sort of strange because this is the new model, the flashy one, which is a bit like saying you're less likely to die in the Gaza Strip than Iraq really, because the ergonomics in here are frankly atrocious. Okay, they've cleaned up all this centre bit and it's now reasonably obvious to work out what's going on where, but the key, for example, it goes in somewhere right down here, you can barely reach it. And while you're doing that, you're likely to flick the headlights on, a really weird little toggle for them. To get out the door handle, man, you need a map down here somewhere. The Defender's also like the opposite of Doctor Who's TARDIS. From the outside, it is a big car. Inside, yes, I'm a big bloke, but look at this, I'm as cramped as anything. My knees are up here, the steering wheel's too close. I go to turn the steering wheel and you hit the window. Very tight and cramped. Same in the back and the third row, not even going to bother. Now, probably no surprises here, but the Defender drives like a bit of a truck. There'd be ocean liners with more steering accuracy, London buses with more comfort. Performance, don't even go there. Although, I've got to be honest, the diesel engine's a pretty tough old unit. Feels like it's going to go on forever. It's just like the Defender itself. That's because it really hasn't changed much in decades. See what I mean? Now, Matt, you're the Public Relations Officer for the Land Rover Owners Club.
Yep.
So what year's yours? What year model is it?
84.
Now, in terms of the basic overall shape, not a whole lot's changed really, has it?
No, it hasn't. There's a few subtle differences, like the door handles and the flaps at the front are gone, the vents for the air conditioning, but basically the same, yeah.
So what's the appeal with a Land Rover?
Well, I think it's like a Meccano set on wheels. You can pull it apart and put it back together, and most of the work I can do myself, and they just look the part.
So what about, would you actually buy one of the new ones?
Yeah, I would actually. I like the motor, I like the vehicle. It's a little bit more comfortable than mine. Mine hasn't got power steering, it hasn't got air conditioning, and it'd be great to step into the 90s, you know.
Not the 21st century. Quite.
No, not quite, no.
It's fair to say that the Defender is not for everyone, but those who buy them absolutely love them, and people are literally queuing to own them. Land Rover can't get enough of them. People love the fact that the parts are cheap. It's a good, simple, honest truck. A taillight, for example, it could cost hundreds of dollars in any other car. This, it's about $5. And here's some trivia. The indicator lenses. You reckon you've seen them before? Did you ever watch Doctor Who? The Daleks? They are the actual things they used for the Daleks. It's one of those unkillable trucks that you roll up to somewhere like Uluru and it's likely to ask, where are the big mountains? Not much is going to stop it. I've driven these things over frozen lakes basically. There's been ice cracking over the bonnet. No probs for a Defender. And who needs comfortable suspension and a nice cushy interior when all you want to do is go and explore some of the roughest, toughest roads that nature can muster? And that's the appeal of a Defender. The Defender's an experience, the sort of car that you never forget you're driving, something that challenges you, to keep on top of it. And that's the point of the Defender. It almost forces you to go and head for the sticks, go and check out some of the more remote parts of Australia. Speaking of which, I may or may not see you next time.